Hey, it's Dr. Carlo Biasucci. We're talking about your motivation today. Particularly if we talk about your motivation to grow your practice or actually to make any change in your personal professional life. If I were to ask you, think about anything where you want to make a change, personal or professional, but you're not quite getting the results that you want. Things are just kind of slowly moving, if they're moving at all. And I want to ask you about that thing and say, okay, let's say for example, it's, you want to grow your practice and you're just struggling, but you're not really getting there. I know this personally. I was there several years ago myself. And really when you think about it, if you start to think and put some real thought into why is that happening? If I ask you, what's your motivation right now to do that thing? So let's say you want to grow your practice and you're kind of stuck. If I ask you, what's your motivation on a scale of 1 to 10? Here's my very simplistic drawing, scale of 1 to 10. What's your level of motivation to actually grow your practice? Most people would say, 5, 6, somewhere in that range, because they think about this scale as in 2 parts. Like I don't want to be in the bottom half. 1 to 5 would be considered bad because then I'm failing at the 50% mark. And above 5 is safe. I'm good there. And so their average response would be somewhere like 5 to 6. And that it might sound good, it might make us feel good for a minute, but the problem is this scale is actually not accurate. The way the scale works, and I got this from Tony Robbins, giving full credit, the scale is actually in 3 parts. So it's inaccurate to think of it in 2 parts. It's in 3 parts. 1 to 3, 3 to 7, 7 to 10. The people who say my level of motivation is in the 5 to 6, they're actually in the middle part. And I'll explain what these 3 parts are. The top part here, the 7 to 10, these are the people who are inspired. These are the people who are getting results, that are really kicking butt right now, that have that level of drive to get it done. The people in the lowest end, these ones, the 1 to 3, desperate. They're frustrated. They don't know which way to go. They don't even know that they can go anywhere. They're just stuck. The danger part is in the 3 to 7 range. This is where people feel like, well, it's great. I feel like I'm a 5 or 6 in my motivation. It's not bad enough to motivate them to move into the inspired zone, to push harder, get more, actually get results. And they're just sort of like floundering here. This is the plateau. This is, I'm not really happy, but I'm not really motivated enough to get results. I'm just kind of stuck. So being in this area, you're not going to work for motivation. If you really want to grow your practice, you have to look at this and be honest with yourself. Or if it's not growing your practice, whatever your personal and professional goal is that you're plateaued in, okay? For me, when I was really interested in growing my practice, 5, 6 years ago even, I was here. I wanted to grow my practice. I wasn't happy with where things were, but I didn't really have this level of drive. I wasn't in that inspired area yet. What happened was, well, if you know my backstory, my accident that almost killed me, well, that was enough motivation. That pushed me into this zone. I was a 10 out of 10 for a long time, and I still am when it comes to growing my practice. I push real hard. I'm inspired. I have that level of passion, drive, and achievement motivation every day to continue to push forward. But until you start thinking about this and realize, just be honest with yourself. If you're in the middle, then you're plateaued and it's a motivation issue. We're just not quite there yet. So how do you think about all of this? This is the best way I can tell you to rate your motivation, to at least understand why you're getting or not getting the results that you've got right now. So I hope you find this useful. Very simple framework to think about motivation, and hopefully that is helpful. I hope you have a great hopefully that is helpful. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.